Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. Hit that like button, comment below, share, do all of that. Let me know what you guys think, man. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like button for all things sports entertainment related, baby. It's your host, F. Merritt. Gervonta Tank Davis, after this fight with Rolly Romero in May up in Barclays, that will be his last fight with Mayweather Promotions. As we look back at the career of Gervonta Tank Davis on Mayweather Promotions, some people are going to ask, why are you leaving? Where are you going? Did Floyd Mayweather do a good job with Gervonta Tank Davis? Okay, let me answer these questions. First question: why are you leaving? I don't know why Tank is leaving. I think maybe Tank is tired of being under the shadow of Floyd Mayweather. Maybe Floyd is too kind of too P Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Back when Bad Boy was, when Big and everybody was alive, you know what I'm saying? They was handling the business and getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Diddy all in the camera, all in the video. You know what I'm saying? That's what some people kind of get tired of Floyd doing, that kind of like, little boy and Tank, like let Tank shine. But I think Floyd and Tank both know that, hey, listen, I got more followers. I'm the more popular guy. I'm the polarizing figure. Let me introduce the world to you. Let me get in front of the camera and do what I do best, but let it be all about you. Let me talk about you. Let me big you up. Let me get you some clout. You know what I'm saying? But I think as time went on, Tank's like, all right, bro, like I'm tired of hearing you talk. I'm tired of hearing you get up in front of the podium and talk about yourself for 5 to 10 minutes, dude. He literally just did that at the press conference in the Staples Center. Well, yeah, Staples Center at the time in LA for Rolly and Tank. He's supposed to be talking about the fight. He talking about, man, I make great investments and you know, this and that. And I don't want to hear all of that, bro. I'm talking. He went into like a 10-minute rant about himself. It ain't about you, Floyd. And I think Tank was tired of that, and I think Tank is feeling disrespected at the fact that he's even having to fight a Rolly. Because at the end of the day, some fights some fights with some fighters, when they know they got to fight certain fights, they get annoyed like, oh, I'm gonna get so much backlash for this. People gonna be all on my Instagram and social media and stuff, trolling me for this fight. I don't want to fight this guy. I want to go fight this, that, third. And I think Tank kind of realized, you know what? He's looking at Canelo, because he does look up to Canelo. He wears his gloves, and he's also been on social media saying, "Hey, I'm like a Canelo." You know what I'm saying? Me and Canelo the same person. He wants the ability to jump from network to network. So if it's any smoke, I can go over there and handle that smoke. Whoever got the biggest bag, I can go get the biggest bag instead of being held back saying, "Oh, I'm over here," and hearing rumors about Eddie Hearn saying they was gonna pay him 5 to 7 million to fight, like Tevin Farmer if you would have came over to the zone and stuff like that. At the end of the day, Floyd is his own brand. Gervonta Tank Davis is his own brand, own logo, own businesses, own all of that. He was just signed to Floyd. Now, I think Floyd has done a great job of promoting Tank. I think he's put him in great positions to succeed. Sold out Baltimore, fight back home. Sold that out. Brought boxing back to Atlanta. Sold that out in a great event. I love to see that. Had Tank obviously fighting at the Barclays on like Adrian Broner undercard, Charlo undercard. He did great. He was great. Took Tank over to the UK, introduced him to that crowd, knocking out what are the Liam brothers, whatever the name is. No disrespect. But you know what I'm saying? He did a great job with Tank. I think Tank wants the bigger fights. We didn't get to see a Tank versus Lomachenko, Tank versus Devin Haney, Tank versus Teofimo, Tank versus Tevin Farmer at the time when he was hot and they were kind of running up on each other and all in each other's face. Like the fight was ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like these fights are great fights. The big fight for Tank, and I think he knows it, is Ryan Garcia. That is the fight for him at 135. Maybe he doesn't want to stay at 135. Maybe he wants to go to 140. Maybe Tank felt a little bit. He felt better at 140. Maybe he's like, you know what? I don't want to be stuck at 135. Keep me at 140. We don't know how Tank feels. We don't know. I mean, he's putting stuff out on social media. He was mad about the tickets. Him and Rolly's tickets being sold like a month before the fight, saying, "Oh, they think I'm Michael Jackson." I don't even understand what that means. I don't care. Like, I don't know. Maybe he wanted. I don't know. If he leaves, he can feel like he has more control over his career, and he wants things done a certain way. Right? When you sign Mayweather, it's all about Mayweather's blueprint. I did it this way. You're gonna do it this way. This is the the blueprint for success, and that's I understand it. I just feel like Floyd. Somebody needs to tell Floyd maybe if he'll listen, that these guys are not you. Floyd looks at this new generation of fighters. These guys ain't these guys aren't disciplined. They blow up in between weight. You know what I'm saying? They missing weight. They blow up in between fights. They not ready. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd is just a different breed of fighter. A guy that can stay hungry and still hungry to this day, even with all of the money and fame and everything. That's rare, bro. Floyd is truly rare. A lot of these guys, you don't know. And I'm starting to learn about people and their limitations and what goals that they have. Some guys get in this game of boxing just to become a world champion. Some guys get into this game to get the money right. Some guys get in the game to be a Hall of Famer. Some guys just get in the game just, I want to just be undefeated. And you know what I'm saying? Everything else will come, but I'm not going to have the business right. But let me just stay undefeated and fight lesser guys so I can look dominant. It'll pay off in the end. Everybody has their limitations. Everybody has their own goals and things that they want to accomplish. We don't know what Tank's goal is. I think Tank can beat anybody. He's got the power. He has the boxing ability. You know what I'm saying? He's got everything. I don't see hardly any flaws in Gervonta Tank Davis. I think maybe some people, I'm not saying I think, but some people think Tank is being held back by Floyd. We don't know. We don't know who's holding who back. Maybe Floyd put some fights on the table and Tank didn't want to fight him. Maybe Gervonta Tank Davis wanted to fight certain guys and Mayweather Promotions didn't want to do it. I don't know. Somebody holler at Leonard Ellerby because I haven't heard him say nothing on Twitter, Instagram, nothing. I haven't seen Leonard Ellerby. He's been real quiet. But I have no problem with Floyd Mayweather and the job that he's done with Gervonta Tank Davis. I think he did a great job of building him up, putting him in position. And I think, it speaks volumes at the fact that he's letting him go. Certain promoters will be like, oh, we got a clause right here. Nope, you owe me 2 more fights. Oh, you won your last fight. The contract extended. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's business at the end of the day. But I don't know. Maybe Tank wanted more money. He wanted like Canelo money. And Floyd was like, dude, you're not about to get no 30, 40 million. You're like, no, it's not. You're not doing it. Maybe Tank won't. I don't know. Maybe Tank thinks he's bigger than what he is, and Floyd's just like, I'm not paying that. But now, if you look at the stable of Floyd's fighters without Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know what you really have, and that's no disrespect to these guys. I know he's got a couple young guns over there. Needs some time. You know what I'm saying? But salute to Floyd for letting his fighter go as opposed to holding him up. Floyd knows what it is to be in that position with Bob Arum, and you know what? I salute that, man. I'm gonna let Tank do what he does. He even put an interview out, Fight Hype, say I love Tank like a son. You know what I'm saying? And I wish him nothing but the best. They got one last fight. With Rolly Romero in May. Now, some people are gonna say like, you think Floyd and Team Mayweather are gonna try to rob Tank on the way out? I don't think so. I think they want to keep a good working relationship. And you know what? That's another thing. I think Tank might want to fight more than what he's fighting. He might want to fight 3 or 4 times a year. So if I can move around, if I can, maybe fight on ESPN here, go to the zone, get the bag over there, come back, fight over here. Like, that's options. Canelo's doing it, and he's highly successful. That's why he's the biggest name in the sport of boxing right now, because he's active. He's active. He's in big fights. You always seen Canelo fighting. I'm getting the bag. I'm getting 40 million over here, 50 million over there, 60 million over there. Because that's what we love. We want guys just to fight. If Tank can do that, and guess what? Tank is knocking out everybody. So you fighting the way you're fighting, and you're staying active, and you knocking dudes out, and you getting the bag, man, you happy. Stop putting limitations on certain fighters. And I think with Devin Haney going from the zone and going to ESPN on this new 3-fight deal with ESPN, I think 2 fights are going to be Cambosos down in Australia, and then Bob Arum has another fight for him. That's good. We're getting to see people move around a little bit. Let's make it interesting, man. But as far as Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know what Tank is going to do. I know Tank had put out something about someone from ESPN reached out to him, which I didn't like that. I'm not condoning that, man. Keep that hush. You know what I'm saying? Maybe ESPN trying to recruit you for something. You don't put stuff on the internet. And he put the number out there. Didn't even, come on. I'm not with that. But hey, Tank, you better don't burn no bridges, man. That's one thing you do not want to do in the sport of boxing. Don't ever burn a bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, don't make enemies out of possible allies, potential allies. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to work with ESPN and get somebody over there. You might be able to slide over to the zone and knock out Ryan, or be able to fight Ryan, or big money over there. You might be able to go, like I said, back to the zone and fight fight a Liam or something for from Eddie Hearn. Come back to PVC, get somebody on Showtime. Let's move around and get this money, baby. We don't, come on, don't duck and dodge no smoke. Let's get the biggest bag. And guess what? Now you run your career. That's the beauty of it. Floyd has let you go. You can run your career now. But that's the positive. The negative is you're not going to have the Floyd backing. The negative is the things that Floyd worked, protecting you from and covering up that maybe you were lacking in, or maybe you didn't have the business part down, or maybe certain things you didn't like to do with media and stuff like that. You're going to have to do these things unless you have your own set of terms and your team has already worked out everything, and you guys can figure out what you want to figure out, and have certain deals in place with the different promotions. Nonetheless, I like to see Tank move around, do fight who he wants to fight on different networks, get in the bigger fights, get the biggest bag. And I like that Floyd did a good job with Gervonta Tank Davis. So my hat is off to both of them. Respect to both of those guys. All love and respect, man. Let me know what you guys think. Hit that like button, comment below, share, do all of that. It's your host, F. Merritt, Pound for Pound Sports Entertainment. I'm gone.